Right. See, firstly, we have to understand if you go to any programming language like C, C++, Java, Python, CAPL, R programming, C hash, any programming language you take, control statements are very important, and without which we cannot write the customized programs. So firstly, we have to understand why do we call these statements are called as a control statements. See, firstly, by default, computer will execute program instructions in sequential manner.
Mhm.
It does not have any common sense to change the program in a customized way. If you write something called as, let's suppose I am making smart house using IoT application. What I'm doing, I'm trying to develop a program using Python, which is a smart house concept using IoT. What is the smart house concept nowadays? You might know we can switch on the lights through Alexa. We can switch on the fans through our mobile. We can switch off and switch on, control the cameras through phone, and we can unlock the door by phone. There are a lot of features are available. Let me start with one sequence, such as door unlock is a one program, which is a small program, which is to be unlock the door. Once the person come inside, AC on, fan on, and TV on, lights on. These are the 5 sequential operations I have written. Without the intervention of the human being, operations would happen. Firstly, one person has come to your home. Once the person will be there at a door will be unlocked. And once the person will be go to inside the room, AC will be on. Once the AC will be on, even though the fans also required to on, TV on, lights on. If you look at closely, if I make one program without the control statements, if you make a one program without the, if you write the program without the control statements, every person, whenever the person will come to our home, 5 sequential operations are going to happen. Is that really required? Is the point now. Now, what is the role of the control statement? Here we require a control statement. How? Here I'll be write a control statement. If you write this, such a way that your program will behave in a customized end user fashion. Like, if the image which is recognized with an existing image, then door unlock. Else, if the image, which is the person who is standing in front of the door, if he's not a recognized person, door is remain lock. This is the required actually. Decision making is required here. So here the if else statements are treated as what? If else and both will be considered conditional statements. They are one of the statement or comes under control statements. Similarly, whether to AC on or not, I wanted to check. What is the condition we'll be taking? If the temperature of the room, there will be a sensor called as a LM35. There is a sensor called as LM35. Recognize the room temperature. If the room temperature will be greater than 18 degrees, then I will be make sure that the AC is going to be on. If the above condition gets failed, I'll be make sure that our AC will be remain off. The only concern you're supposed to understand here is that if else are playing a major role here, they will be controlling your appliances or your home. The home appliances are controlling by the program called as if else. If there is no if else statements appear as a control statement as part of the program, every time door will be unlocked, AC will be on, fan will be on, obviously TV on, as well as obviously rest of the operations also gets on. I think I don't require. Let's suppose if AC is already on, somebody doesn't like to switch on the fan. What exactly will do? If AC mode is equal to on, then obviously I don't require. I don't require fan remain off. Else, if NC AC will be in off mode, then I would expect that the fan is going to be on. You see, all the decisions are taking place as you are written the program according to the situation the user is going to be get a right services. Yes or no? Even though lights on or off. Here, if the sunrise is more, or obviously TV, right? TV is your wish. Generally now TV we are switch on or switch off, it will be happening through Alexa. If we give an instruction to the Alexa, if voice is given to Alexa, if the modulus is going to be correct, then obviously TV on automatically. If you haven't given any instruction to Alexa, TV remains off. Similarly, whether light should be on or not, that's my wish. If 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 LM there is an LDR sensor. LDR sensor recognize the intensity of the light. If the intensity of the light will be 20, obviously which will be sunrise, obviously lights off. If intensity of the light will be less than 20, which means it's a dim, then obviously I'll tell you lights on. So please, you have to understand here, what is the need of the control statement? Control statements are mandatory. I'll write a statement here. Control statement is essential. Mahi, can you go on mute? Somebody is getting echo from you.
Yeah, sure, sir. It's answering.
Yeah. So control statement is essential to change the flow of program, to change the flow of the program, as per the requirement of the end user. To do so, we require control statements to write or to build customized programs. The three statements there are three statements in, isn't it? Control statements, I can say. One is conditional statements. If simple, if else statement, if elif else statement. Then the second category will be looping statement, also known as the repetition statements, also known as iteration statements. For loop, while loop, nested loops. These are the three statements comes under looping statements. Comes to third category will be special statements. They are brake, continue, pass, return. These are the statements comes under, special statements. So combinedly, control statements are three. One is a conditional statements, under which conditional statements also known as a decision making statements. One is a simple if else. Second one is if, elif and else statement. Looping statement, also known as a for loop, while loop, and nested loops. Special statements are these three. So combinedly, I can say these three categories of the statements are called, what? Control statements. See, why I'm talking at this moment about a control statement means, if you want to demonstrate about an operator's concept, we should have a minimum knowledge about conditional statements. Else, I cannot demonstrate it to you that what exactly each operator is meant for a specific problem to be solved. Let us understand a little more about conditional statements. Now I'm talking about a simple if statement. Simple if statement, simple if else statement is useful to resolve two situations. One is positive and negative situation. Note, if more than two events, if else statement cannot handle. The syntax is in Python is that if it is a case sensitive, I is small and if is also small, and here I'll be writing a condition followed by the colon. In C++ we'll have curly braces, but in Python there is no curly braces. So and colon will be there. After colon, the control automatically goes to the one side of right hand side. That is called as an indentation. That is called as an alignment. Because that colon indicates the body of the if statement, like body of the if statement. And else statement, colon. Here the body of the if statement. Sorry, else statement. This is the syntax of the if else statement. So as I told you that the if else statement will be able to resolve only two possibilities. Let us understand how exactly the right approach we have. If else demo. Now I'm executing the right approach and the right example to take the right decision, like right. So I'm expecting write a Python program, isn't it, to control air balloon, air bag in the car. Obviously, what is the program is supposed to be written? Okay. Let's suppose the car speed is 120 kilometers per hour. If the car speed will go beyond the 120 kilometers per hour, what I'll instruct to the car? I'll be instruct to the car. There will be a steering, there will be a left-hand side person. Nowadays, most of the cars is having a 4 airbags. If the car will be hit to the object, so that hitting or not is going to be decided by, there will be sensor, ultrasonic sensor, ultrasonic sensor. If the object will be hit to the, if the object is hit to the particular object, our car will be one object, other wall is going to be another object. If it is
Mhm.
hit to the wall with a kilometers of 120 kilometers per hour, I will be prompt that immediately open the airbag. That is an instruction will be passes to the program. Obviously, sometimes it is going to be failed in case if the car speed is lesser than 120 kilometers, even though if you are going to hit to the particular object, a particular car, your airbag is not going to be open. Yeah. So this is the instruction. Your car alone by airbags are not open because your car speed is lesser than 120 kilometers. Which means that here we are able to control the airbags with the help of if-else statements. Let us execute. So airbag is failed to open due to allow low speed. You know what exactly? Here 120, 120 we have given, right? So if it have given 119, the same result will be thrown. If I give equal to operator here, so that what happens here? Now 120 kilometers. Now what happens, you see? Immediately open a airbag because it is condition becoming true. If the condition become true, then this particular body is getting executed. If the condition not true, then this particular portion is getting executed. So see, you won't see how exactly this program is executing. Let us execute this particular program. Let us execute this particular program. There is a special tool called as a Python tutor. There is a special tool called Python tutor. That tool will show you how the inner flow of program is getting executed. This is the free tool. It's a cloud computing tool. You can make use of it. This program, if you click on visualize, right now, I hope you are seeing, right? Yes, okay. I hope you are
Yes.
seeing my screen, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, absolutely. Now, for suppose I'm taking the car speed is at present of your car speed is 120. I'm checking the condition that the current 120 is greater than or equals to 120. The condition become true because 120 is equal to 120. Therefore, if condition become true, if condition become true, the body of this particular statement is getting executed. You see now, if I click next, control will go to the second statement. Now it is showing you currently the speed of the car will be 120 kilometers per hour. Now this red mark will be go to the fourth statement because this particular condition is true. Now this particular statement is getting executed. Let's click on next. It will be go to the fourth line. This print statement will give the prompt statement that will be appear over here as to be take a decision. If we click next, you see immediately open the airbag within a second, within a fraction of second. Now let us change the program. See, once the decision is taken place, this mark is becoming disabled because already program is executed according to your decision. Now let me edit the program. Now the car speed is 119, which means lesser than 120 kilometers. Let us visualize. Currently at a first line. Now car speed is 119 kilometers per hour. Now you tell me, is 119 is lesser than or equals to 120? Is greater than or equals to 120? No.
Left. We'll go
It is no,
for
right? 119 is not greater than 120. The condition become false, which means the if statement getting failed. If the statement will be getting failed, this particular statement does not executed. Simply the second line from onwards, it will be go to the sixth line. You see, else part will be because the decision making we are expecting like that. You see the red line will be directly goes to sixth line. and it will tell you airbag is failed to open due to low speed of the car. You see the output now? Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is how the control statements is possible by writing the conditional statement in a program. Yes or no? Let us take another example. Let us take another example.
Sir, in this situation, we can write if else also, right?
We
If
can
else
write,
condition.
yeah. How you wanted to write?
If both are not working, at the time we can write not working like that. If else.
Obviously, see here, generally, in that particular now how you wanted to change this program, this is not possible. If else only we have. Now, if you want to go more than two condition, like, you wanted to say that, airbag is already opened earlier, then obviously there is no first condition. Even if the car will be hit to the 120 kilometers per hour, there is a car bag already opened. Then how can you expect the car bag is going to be open? So third case need to be written, but here we cannot write.
Okay.
Now that case is possible with the help of the second case is that here, if you go here, this is the third case. If elif and else part, if this particular statement is able to handle more than two conditions, means up to n conditions. How you would like to write a program now? Syntax. If condition. Colon. Body of elif. ELIF. Condition. Body of ELIF. Other time. ELIF. Condition. Body of ELIF. This will be goes on. This will be go up to an extent. Now, if all above conditions does not satisfy, then the last part is going to become else. That's going to be a body of else statement. So as per the your scenario, let us take another example. If ELIF else statement. Clear? So now write a program, write a Python program to check given number is even or positive or negative or zero. There are three conditions. There are three conditions. Because sometimes whenever you give an input, the application is expecting an integer value, but it will give a negative value. The computer is like the application is expecting a zero, but you are giving other than that. How do you validate that the given number is a positive number or negative number or a zero number? There are three possibilities are there. Now, let's suppose you take a number, like, you take a number now, something called as a 5. If the given number is greater than 0, obviously we can say that it is a positive number. So if the above condition gets failed, obviously that might be two possibilities, either less than 0 other equal to 0. ELIF, a number is less than 0, obviously it can be tell you that, what, it's a negative number. If above two conditions does not satisfy, probably there is a third condition, default condition is that there might be it is a 0. Given number is 0. Let us execute. There are three possibilities. Run. Positive number, because you have given a 5 will be, right? So how the checking will be happen? The 5 is greater than 0. Absolutely. This condition true, therefore it has given as a positive number. And the body does not go to this particular portion of the code because already satisfied condition. Let us change the value. -2. Now this time what happens? -2 is not greater than 0, right? Obviously this condition doesn't execute. So it'll become to elif, and if the -2 is less than 0, obviously it is a negative number. I'm expecting for this particular given number, it is a negative number. Let's see what happens. Yes, absolutely the output will be given as, what? Negative number, because the number -2 is less than 2. Like suppose if I give a 0, I'm expecting that the given number is a 0, because either not a positive number, nor a negative number. Let us execute now. Let me give you 0. Absolutely given number is 0. So in a similar way, if I ask you to write a program, like, if I ask you to write a program, what is that? Write a Python program to validate given number, given character is vowel or consonant or digit or special character. How many possibilities are there? Here there are 4 possibilities. There are 4 possibilities of cases. How to handle it? How to handle it is a point now. How to handle using conditional statements. Yes. So now this is a story actually. No, this is a story you're supposed to understand, and accordingly you have to write a program. Now, how to write a program? Let's suppose you are taking one character dynamically. Dear, can you enter a character? Just I'm taking. See, even while writing something in WordPad or TextPad, so if you write an incorrect word, it will be give you error that it is a syntactically invalid. That all things are going to be decided. The password is valid or not. Everything will be decided by this particular program. Right? So now, how do you write if the given character is within a group A, E, I, O, U, will be, we know that, right? What are the vowels in the given 26 characters of English? Then it will be
Yes.
decided that, what? Given character is vowel. Elif, there is another way is that if the given character can be in operator is a membership operator, which will be check a given character is within this particular group or not, it will be checked by the in operator. We haven't discussed about it. I'll be telling you about it. So character, which is the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, then it will be tell you that given character is digit. Elif, the given character in operator within the special characters, then it will be tell you to you that, what, given character is special
Special
character.
character.
If above conditions does not satisfied, by default, I can say that,
Consonant.
consonant. Consonant. Let's copy this particular program and try to be execute in PyCharm, like a Python tutor, so that will be give you a right perspective how exactly the each conditions are getting fulfilling us. Let me edit the code. Now currently, yeah, I am visualizing. System is asking me to enter the value in the down, in the bottom. System is asking me to enter the character. Let's suppose I'll be enter V. V will be a consonant, right? Okay, submit. You now see already we have entered the character. Character is the identifier which is holding V. Now the if statement is checking. Now V is the member of AIOU. Obviously it is false. V is not a member of AEIOU. Obviously the red mark will go to the fifth statement, because if this if statement getting failed, this particular statement does not execute it. In elif statement also, let me click next. Where it will be go? It will be go to the fifth statement. In the fifth statement, currently V is not a member of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This count is also getting failed. If the statement is getting failed, this particular portion of the statement doesn't execute. It will become to the seventh line. Now elif, this particular character V is a part of the member of this particular special characters. No, this particular elif statement is also getting failed. Then this particular portion will not be executed. Directly the red mark will becomes to the 10th statement. Then it will be print the, the corresponding output to you. Let's see. The 7th red mark will go to the directly 10th and it will be given characters consonant. I hope you understand how conditional statements like if else statement overcome the drawback by the if, elif and else part. You have understand with appropriate examples. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Correct, correct. So now let's I hope you understand about both. I'll be sending you, a lot of assignment questions to you about this. So you just try to be, let me show you. Just hold on. US AIML, where chapter 1, where mm, yeah. So I hope you are seeing my screen that, I will be assignment questions. Yeah. Are you seeing my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. If you look at online discount system, how you are going to see the situation. Python program in e-commerce application. If your cart value will be greater than $500, 20% of discount will be given to you. If there will be cart values less than 500 and greater than 200, then 10% of discount. Likewise, I'm just showing you how the case studies are going to be deals with in order to utilize the if elif statements. Like, there will be employee bonus system, there will be, banking system, there will be, restaurant order management, and obviously, there will be grade calculator for the students. Lot of assignments you are going to get accordingly. Traffic light simulation, how exactly it will happen, isn't it? So how the BMI calculator or health calculator, how it will be taking place. Everything will be movie ticket booking system, how exactly age will be calculated accordingly. Ticket fare is going to be decided likewise. Bill calculator, these are the examples where you will be find. So how exactly if elif statements are going to be useful? If you look the right approach, a right example, you will be get to know, oh, this problem to be solved using if else statements. Are you clear? So
Yes.
now
Yeah.
I will be go ahead about looping statements and special statements, and I'll be stop this, and so that you can able to see a lot of things over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will be go with a theory control statements. Now we are talking about looping statements. Looping statements are also known as a repetition statements, or also known as iteration statement. What they'll do? Firstly, we have to understand. Looping statements are used to execute body of the loop statement as many number of times an end user want. So looping means what? It will be iterate. Whatever the instruction you have given till the condition become true, it will be keep on executed. Right? So for loop, already you know the for loop. What exactly for loop will do? The syntax is in the Python is that for iteration variable in operator followed by an object. Here the body will be written, body of the for statement. Similarly, while also seen. While is also be a looping statement. The syntax is iteration variable to be initialized. Iteration variable should be initialized. Temporary variables need to be declared. And then while condition, as long as the iteration variable is less than or equals to temporary variable called as n, then obviously the body of the while statement. And obviously the iteration statements has to be incremented. Increment or decrement iteration variable. This is the syntax of the while loop. According to C, C++, Java, the same thing except this particular colon operator. Here we'll be having a curly brace. Here there will be a close curly brace. Whereas here only there will be the colon operator. Nested loops concept is that to handle table of content, we require nested statements. So here for loop, I operator, in operator, object, where another for loop is going to happen. For j, in operator, object. Body of inner loop, body of outer loop. This is the syntax of the looping statements. Syntax of the looping statement. So let us take a right example and let us understand how for loop will work, how while loop will work, and how nested loop will work. Let's take an example. For while nested loops concept. Okay. Now I told you that there will be a requirement. I require write a Python program to display natural numbers from 1 to 20. This is my requirement. I need a program where you're supposed to write a program such a way that should print natural numbers from 1 to 20 without writing a duplicate instructions. Simply, there is a method, like a older method is that we can print numbers 1, we can print a number 2. Like, will you type 20 times? I think if you type 2 times, it will be give you the 2 times of the 1 2 result. But will you write 20 times? Will you write 1,000 times? That's not an operate, like that's not a right way. Whenever if you want to execute the same instruction for multiple times repeatedly, like a loop, then we go with a looping statement. So how the statement will be written for I is the iteration variable. It can be j, it can be k, it can be y, it can be p, it can be r. It can be anything. But generally we'll be take I as an initialization, which is an iteration variable. There is a in operator, is a membership operator, where there is a built-in function is called as range. Range is built-in function, where what require 1 to 21, which means what? In range concept, 21 means 21 minus 1 up to 20, it will be printed. Colon, then you write a print statement. I. So that's all. This particular program will give you 1 to 20 numbers. You see that? But how it will be getting executed? How loop is getting executed? You just take this particular program in Python tutor. Right. Let us execute. Yeah. So now we want to print the numbers 20 times. Like for first iteration, what happens here is that this lower boundary will be come and store into I, which is 1. And it will be print onto the screen. Again, the for loop will be go up. Again, it will be take 2. Again, it will be go up. It will be keep on, it will be rotate like a loop. You see behavior of the for loop. Next. Currently, I is holding 1. And then what we are instructing to the computer, it needs to be print onto the screen, so that here it will be print 1. You see now? After printing, immediately this particular red mark will be go up, because it's a second iteration. That's what we are telling it. It is an iteration variable, or it is the looping statement, or it is the repetition statement. Okay. Click next. You see, 1 is printed onto the screen, and the cursor is went back to the first line because it's a looping. Now second time it is getting executed. Already first time executed, right? Now if you click next, earlier it has I has 1, right? Now it will be having a 2. You see, after this it will become 2. If I click next, I hope you are seeing my screen. I become 2. It will be print to the screen. Again went back. It will be take 3 now. It will be print onto the screen. Likewise, up to what extent it will be printed the corresponding number till the 20 value will be there. Okay, 20 is printed. Now 21 does not comes into range. When the I value become 21, for loop will be getting terminated. Then the red mark will be disabled. The program is out. You see now? That's all. That's the behavior of the for loop. Similarly, I wanted to print a welcome message 20 times. How you are going to change the program? Same. And the same program, let me write with a while loop. There will be I value, which is a j is equal to 1 will be initialized. Up to what extent you want? Up to 20 you want. Because you want to print the number from 1 to 20. Okay. Now, while j is less than or equals to, j is less than or equals to n, then I need to print j value. After printing first time, j value has to be incremented. J is equal to j plus 1. It is a rule. Otherwise, the value cannot be changed. Now, this program you see how exactly happen. It will show you. Using while loop. And it will be print in a horizontal manner. There is a property called as a end with which the values are going to be printed in horizontal manner. Here also same thing. You see? Are you seeing? So these numbers printed using for loop up to 20 and these numbers printed using while loop. Both problems can be solved. While loop and for loop. But there is a note. There is a note. For loop, note. For loop can able to handle only finite number of values. Finite number of values. Which means I wanted to print the values in infinite number of times. For loop don't have an option. But whereas while loop, whereas while loop can handle infinite number of values. See, for example, there is a surveillance camera at our home or office. That program will be continuously, it has to be monitored, it has to be captured the images, and it has to be stored into the secondary storage memory. We'll use the for loop or while loop. The execution of the instructions will be infinite whenever you use the while. But for loop, finite up to certain range. Let us write a program where I can make the print statement infinite number of times. Let me make it as a comment, this particular program. I want to make what I'm doing here, I want to print a welcome message infinite number of times. What is my requirement? Print a welcome message infinite number of times. Infinite number of times. Now simply if you write while true and then you write a print statement. Welcome to Hyderabad. Yes, sir. Now you see this particular output, it will be keep on executed. You see? Now execution of the while loop body has become, infinite number of times. But this kind of problems cannot be handled by the for loop. Only while loop can able to handle it. Otherwise, not. If the problem is finite, both for and while can handle. Yeah, the noticeable point. We have to stop it explicitly. I'm stopping it explicitly. Yeah, interruption. Do you understand how while loop and as well as for loop can handle these situations? Yes or no? Yeah. So Mahi
Yes.
and Kesia, do you have any questions? I hope you understand the clear difference between while and for in different case studies, I can say.
Yes, sir,
Yes.
no questions.
So you have a lot of assignment questions related to for loop, while loop, and all. I think I'll be
Mhm.
give you personally. I just try to be execute them so that you will be get to know many more examples over there.
Okay.
And there is a one more tool called. I'll share the notebooks actually. So if you go to Google,
Yeah.
there is a collab. It's a cloud computing notebook, collab notebook. The Google people have provided where you supposed to be execute the programs freely. Just go to Google Colab and you can open the new book and you can rename it. You can rename it here, whatever the name you want, like demo programs. And here you can able to write the program, like something called as same program you can print here, but line by line we can write. A is equal to 10. A is equal to 10. And you can execute and you can execute the b is equal to 20, and you can able to write c is equal to a plus b, and you can write print sum comma c. Let me execute now. A will be getting executed, b will be getting executed, c will be getting executed, and the result is also getting executed. It will be print the value called 30. Now, this kind of programs, this kind of file, I'll be send it to you. Please, you look at here, look at me, I'll be showing you that. About operators, about all these statements. I hope you are seeing, right? Let's suppose, I would like to show you, which is relational operators, which is this. You see, this is a notebook. You have to be execute in the notebook, in the collab notebook. Just open it. Let's, I'll be execute each and everything. Just, it have to be executed. Line by line you have to execute and you have to understand what's the purpose of this. Here a lot of example I have given number is
Mhm.
positive or not, given number even or not, first name last name and equal or not. A lot of examples I have given, lot of how longitude and longitude are going to be compared while flight is going on and while the car will be going on. So many more example I've taken here. You just try to be understand all this. So today I just demonstrated to you about the control statements in which conditional statements and looping statements. Relevant to that, I'll be send you the assignment questions to you. Please you practice them
Mhm.
and then you understand them. Do you have any questions? You can ask me in the next class.
Okay, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sure, sir.
So please, I hope you are even giving you the video recordings also. So please
Mhm.
listen again and you just try to understand. Please, I'm expecting that you're supposed to be how the fuel levels are going to be completely. I'm just, mixed of all the domains I used to be demonstrate. Only you should be able to understand them. Any queries you have, you supposed to be raise the point. I would be able to answer your questions.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll be sending you, personally, there's all files to you. I just shown you how to open this particular file. If possible, these files you store into your Google Drive and then open them so that the collab file will be directly opened. Is it clear?
Okay. Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll be stop the class over here. Please kindly you just try to be go through whatever the concepts today we have understand.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
So next class is tomorrow or every day or how it's
Tomorrow,
gonna
tomorrow
be?
we have.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
thanks.
Right.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Right, Keshav.